Hello guys, welcome back to the Nottingham Forest save here on FIFA 22. We are now in theory, the final countdown. There's only 14 Premier League games to go, but we're still in the FA Cup, although we have Manchester City away in the next round. And even though it's not yet scheduled, still, we are in the Europa League, waiting for the first knockout round to be played, or to be drawn, whilst we wait for the preliminary round to finally be played. So Brighton, Everton and Manchester United as it stands, but there will be European football drawn at some point in today's episode. So we will just take it game at a time, team at a time. We'll play whoever we're up against, and hopefully we can win 3 trophies this season. 7 points off the top of the Premier League, but enough games left to try and turn that round. 5-3-2 for Brighton. Luis Junior in goal. Wellington Dano, Davinson Sanchez, John Lukumi, Neuwen Perez and Mitchell Bakker. Continually, they're back 5. New signing, Thomas Lemar lines up in midfield alongside Gerson and Nicolo Ravella, who's now up to 84 rated. And another new signing, Giacomo Raspadori, up top alongside Raul de Tomas. That's a really strong Brighton side. They've had a very good season so far. And after strengthening in January, you would imagine that they're going to be able to keep that up for the full season. It's been decent so far, Castells. Perhaps you might say a couple of mistakes in the game against West Ham. Oh, another shot blocked, but a yellow card finally for Thomas Lemar for the foul. What feels like an age ago. We'll look for Schlotterbeck. It's Rashford that's up, and it's going to trickle tamely wide. If we can get a clear shot on goal, I fancy us to get a couple. Get that out there to Hudson-Odoi. Mitchell Bakker gets to him quickly. Nicolo Ravella under pressure though, and losing out. And we'll get it quickly forward, and Ramsey will look for Rashford through that gap. Marcus Rashford's in. Marcus Rashford doesn't miss chances. That's clear cut. I told you, if we get a clear opportunity on goal, I fancy us to score. And score we have. 1-0 Forest. Nicely inside there to Matteo Guendouzi. It's a loose pass, but we are able to recover it. You can see Mikolenko getting forward, but it's Popescu we look for. Cross comes in, and that's one of the best goals we've scored all season. Hudson-Odoi tucked in off the right-hand side, cutting back towards the penalty spot, and first time on the volley, you will not see a sweeter strike for the rest of the day. I need to see a replay of that, because that was particularly impressive. The cross was decent. I was initially looking for Guendouzi, but, well, that's unreal. It's really good from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Keeping it low, bending it away from the keeper. Great angle for it too. Very good goal. Gives us a 2-0 advantage just 4 minutes into the second half. We have 2 hands firmly gripped on 3 sets of points. Wellington Dano. You know what ball's coming. It's a case of trying to position yourself well enough to get in the way of it, which we did there with Mark Gay, Ramsey, and Ndidi. Rashford looking for Guendouzi, finding him well. Hudson-Odoi in behind. He's knackered though. A little bit of a skill move. Try and whip it. Ooh! Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. That left foot has already proven to be worthy with the earlier goal. That's coming in towards Schlotterbeck. Jeremy Pino is actually the man that's underneath it. Indeed, he's not going to bang that from there. Mongola could do from there, but it was probably, not even probably, it was definitely a bad decision to try so. Gerson back to his teammate, Dano the right back. Gerson again. Time running out. Brighton looking for a consolation goal. And Omar Richards determined not to let them have it. Jeremy Pino will look for Popescu in behind. Rashford's trying to arrive as quickly as he can, as well as Jacob. Oh. Rashford can't keep it down. Rashford can't keep it down. Jacob Ramsey looking for the assist, not able to get it. And that'll be game. I'll take a 2-0 against Brighton. That's a really solid side, and after they've improved in January, I do think they'll still have a solid end to the season. I can't recall if they are still challenging for the top 4, whether they have fallen away a little bit. We'll have a look as we head back to the main menus now, but obviously we're waiting for that European tie to be drawn. And yeah, unfortunately for Brighton, they have kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit. So much so, actually, they're down in 11th now. It wasn't that long ago. They were in the top 4. Jeeps. 7 points to gap to Spurs still as they continue to win. We're level on points with Manchester City, but goal difference in our favour. 5 points clear of Arsenal now, which is great, and only 3 points off Chelsea in second. We do have Chelsea left to play this season. Everton and Manchester United on the way. We've still got City to play this season as well, actually. As well as, obviously, in the FA Cup too. You're a big part of my plans, Unai. Don't worry, you're still going to get a lot of football. We've got European football to come at some point. As it stands, Everton next. Oh, they've played the first leg at least. Look, there you go. Inter and Salzburg drawing. Roma and Lille drawing. Porto and Sparta Prague drawing 3-3. Juventus, unsurprisingly, got a 3-1 first leg lead against Valorant. FC Köln got a win at home against Dinamo Kiev, but will struggle away probably. Midtjylland winning 1-0 from a game at PSV. Midtjylland got a great result in Europe IRL last week, by the way. Victoria Paulsen able to get a 2-1 win away from home against Trabzonspor, side that we played for in the My Player on Facebook that we now don't upload anymore. Earlier on in the year, and Rennes won 3-1 in Holland against Feyenoord. So we should then get our European fixtures very soon indeed. There will be a My Player coming to YouTube for FIFA 23, for those of you that have been asking. Pickford in goal for Everton. Ander Kappa, Luis Felipe, Michael Keane and Niels Nkunku as the back four. Pepelu, Palacios and Shaparenko still their midfield trio, which is decent. Santiago Simon, Anthony Gordon on the left this time, ahead of Damari Gray and Lacina Traore still through the middle. Options on the bench are minimal, but still good enough to have some sort of impact should they need them to. Jeremy Pino gets a start ahead of Popescu on the left-hand side for the first time in a little while, but he scored some good goals for us this season, Jeremy Pino, some important goals for us too. And, well, he's certainly starting off the right way in this game too, but unfortunately Callum Hudson-Odoi isn't where he was in the last game, so he can't volley at home in similar fashion. You need to get to that, please, Nico. He's done well. I've been impressed with Nico Schlotterbeck. Obviously has fully grown to 86 rated for him to be able to do that impressing, but still. Nice turn by Jacob Ramsey, looking for Rashford and Guendouzi, and 1-0 Forest. We get the early goal this time. It's normally us conceding, but ooh, lovely cup of tea for your 1-0 lead. It's a nice ball. Nikolenko did bring it down, but Simon runs away with it. Under Kappa. It's not bad. I hate that. I hate that. It's another one of those scenarios where you're trying to attack the ball with the defender and watch the man underneath it. He comes towards it, he backs away from it, and then lunges at it. What's he doing? Mark Gay. He comes towards it as I'm asking him to, and then backs up. So then Traore wins the header. Keeper can only save. That's just an absolute clusterfuck. And all of it from the mechanics of the game, not from my inability to play it. Cheers, game. 1-1. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. Nico Schlotterbeck gets there, though. Mikolenko forward. Jeremy Pino back to Ndidi. Oh, heavy touch. Looking for Mikolenko. Finding Jeremy Pino. Driving that towards Rashford. He's on his own here, Marcus. But he's going to beat one defender. And then Ander Kappa's going to come across and say, thank you very much. I'll have the ball back. Now here come Everton on a forward spree. But no, Tariq Lamptey gets in the way. Hudson-Odoi has Guendouzi short. Through that gap there is Rashford. Here's Jacob Ramsey forced wide. And Hudson-Odoi's first time shot is a shit first touch. Thank you, game. Okay, this is a case of Ches versus Everton and Ches versus FIFA 22. It's one of those games, this one. Let's ball to Simon. Oh, Schlotterbeck. What an interception. That's so good. That's so bad. Lacina Traore. Nicely intercepted by Mikolenko. Henry Pino. Oh, God, what is happening with the passing? It really is one of those games, this one, isn't it? I'm almost, even though it's only 1-1, I'm almost resigned to defeat in this one already. And that cross there to Wilfred Ndidi. Drill it out wide. Mikolenko is there. Ramsey is in a good position in the middle. It's just trying to get it to him. That's the problem. And the defender reads it first. Arsenal take the lead against West Ham. It's not good news for us. But to be fair, both sides are chasing us, aren't they? So Lovely challenge. Well in, Mikalenko. Try and catch Everton on the counter. Slot Rashford through. Please be onside, Marcus. You are. And there's the goal. We lead again. Marcus Rashford leading by example through the middle. 36th minute. Everton 1. Nottingham Forest 2. Oh, this is well worked. Strike! Good save. Castiles. Full stretch. All 6'6" of him. Getting away to get rid of that. Shaparenko with the delivery. And Guendouzi with the clearance. Really well done. Try and hold the lead until half-time. At the very least. If not full-time, please. Messina Traore. Good block by Schlotterbeck. I like Schlotterbeck. I like Nico Schlotterbeck. Rephrase. As I mentioned before, I like this 86 rated version of Nico Schlotterbeck. Whether he's this good from the get-go, I doubt. But certainly enjoying him at the minute. Hudson-Odoi. Good block by Niels and Nkunku. Can we add a third before the break? Maybe. Schlotterbeck's up. Good header, but wide. That's a ping. That's a great ball. And Anthony Gordon's into the box. Excuse me, Anthony. No, thank you. Well, I got the block on one, and it fell back to him. Castiles, again, having to use every inch of that big frame to ensure that Everton don't get another goal. Gordon will take the corner himself. It's not great. Why would you clear that with your head? Oh, that could have gone anywhere. It's another corner for Everton. Why would you... I powered it up for a full... Like, I didn't press B. Oh, it's cost me a bloody goal as well. I used X. I used the long pass button because it was first man and it was quite low. I thought he could smack it all the way down the field with a long pass, looking for the man up top. He's tried to flick it with his head. It's gone straight to an Everton man on the edge of the box. And then from that, they've then gone and got a second goal. Yeah, it definitely is going to be one of those games, this one, isn't it? What a challenge from Ndidi. And he's kept it in too. Looking for Rashford. Popescu's arriving around the outside. Popescu's in the box. Oh, you've got to keep it down, mate. You've got to keep it down, pal. Right. Settled, Ches. We've got a corner. 21 minutes to go. You've got some really tall men in the box. Find one of them. Mark Gay's up. Luis Felipe does well. Hudson-Odoi will bring this down. Get away from the man that's hounding him. And find a pass. Gahey. Guendouzi quickly looking for Rashford. Michael Keane intercepts. Read it very well indeed. Thank you. I'll have that. Ramsey. Oh, how's that not found it round the corner to Popescu? Great. Messina Traore. Shaparenko. Messina. Shaparenko. Lamptey intercepts. Just gets rid of it. Anywhere would do in that situation. Still dangerous. Shaparenko. Messina Traore. Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray. Shaparenko! 3-2 Everton. Demarai Gray. Oh, that's really nicely done. Shaparenko. Messina Traore. I'm trying to get it off him. I just can't. Gray. Oh, as if that's gone in as well. Messina Traore hat-trick, I believe. That's gone... I'm looking at keeps there. He's just so strong, I can't get it off him. Then gets it back, and I'm pretty sure the keeper should save this. I know it's close range, and it's first time, but yeah, keeper should save that. It's going to be defeat at Goodison Park. 4-2 to the Toffees. Oh, balls. We were 2-1 up in this, weren't we? Sure of it. 5 goals in 23 games, 3 of which scored in this one. Of course. It's just my luck, innit? I told you at the beginning, it felt like one of those games. It was going to be one of those games. It was one of those games. Traore had scored twice in his previous 22 games. On average, scoring once every 11. And then gets 3 in 1. Yay! Newcastle 1, Spurs 1, and all of a sudden, 10 points off fucking top. Games have finally been rescheduled. We now know who we have in the Europa League. It's Stade Rennais. That should be certainly winnable. It's meaning that April is looking rather tough. But it's certainly a winnable double-header that. Manchester City, Bournemouth, and then the first leg against Rennais. Stade Rennais in the next episode. But Manchester United at home is the primary focus at the moment. Currently 5th in the Premier League. Manchester United, Georgi Mamadishvili in goal. Two 6'6" goalkeepers up against each other today. Pavard, Hermoso, Ben White and Alphonso Davies. Neves, Kirkçu and Bruno Fernandes. Baku, Sancho, and it was Angel Correa that they signed at Manchester United, not Joaquin Correa. Still got Cedric Mertens on the bench, the Dries Mertens regen, and his son. And cracking forward, I am, well, deflated. Deflated, but not entirely beaten. I have to have faith. I have to have faith that we can still win the Premier League. That's going to be a red card after about 4 minutes for Ridler Baku here. Manchester United down to 10 men. That's not a great start for them, is it? They're still going to be just as good defensively, though, because it was a right winger that was sent off. But inside 3 minutes, Manchester United down a man. Why couldn't that have happened against Everton? I sent wide there to Hudson-Odoi. Nice. Oh, Ruben Neves with an outrageous interception. That's loose. We've won it back. Go on, Marcus. Oh, come on! Base of the post from Marcus Rashford. Surely that had to go in. Very nearly 1-0. We haven't come closer. Oh, Benjamin Pavard's going to have his work cut out on this right-hand side now, though. He doesn't have the support of Ridler Baku. So they're just going to keep coming down the left, I think. Through Jadon Sancho. Which they are doing now. Have done now. But Wilfred Ndidi's there. Oh, they're pressing. Hello. That's such a bad pass, Nico. You're better than that, mate. Kirkçu. Pavard. Oh! Fuck FIFA 22 and it's passing! Was it me or was it the game? Nope. It's definitely the fucking game. I'm aiming it behind Mykolenko. So, if anything, even worse positionally. Just trying to play it to him there. When he's inside the box. And it's played it there. Pavard. Nice tackle by Mykolenko. Looking to play Popescu in. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Still should score. Will score. I'm not getting carried away. I'm annoyed right now. Really, quite a lot. So I'm just going to crack on and try and score another goal. Nicely intercepted by Guendouzi. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Jacob Ramsey is the free man. Jacob Ramsey's played in. Jacob Ramsey makes it 2-1 Nottingham Forest. Still not going to get carried away. Still playing pretty annoyed. Still just going to make sure that we get the victory here. Trying not to get carried away with my rage, as you know that I can do. Just stay calm. Play the right passes. Get the win. Oh, that's square and free to Jadon Sancho. Again, the cross is decent. Schlotterbeck should be up. He tried. Oh, big save. Kuhn Castells onto the post. Mykolenko's touch is diabolical. And if that cost me a goal, all of my calm persona is going to go out the door. Popescu in the way of that. Pavard wins the header. Mykolenko does eventually get it under control. It does try you at times, doesn't it, this game? I am so much looking forward to not having to play it anymore. Was he onside there, Jacob Ramsey? He was. Now we can get carried away. 3-1 with the switch. I made 2 changes on this left-hand side to try and turn the screw now. Emma Richards into Ndidi. Yeremy Pino out of his feet. Oh, go on. Oh! Dreamy from Yeremy Pino. Finally, this season, he has come of age. It cost him his first team spot, his poor form last year. But when called upon this season, he's been a brilliant addition to the squad. 4-1 against the 10-man Manchester United. We really can celebrate now. If only we hadn't got screwed out of that Everton game. Or both games against West Ham. Or both games against Aston Villa. You never know. We might have still been very much right on the heels of a title fight. Or even top of the bloody table. Again, for the 5th season in this save. And probably the 15th season on FIFA 22 in any save, I'm getting screwed out of potential titles and or trophies of any kind by the game. Deliver, finish, never mind. Good header indeed. Rashford, oh, it's loose, but somehow he's managed to walk around the one challenge. Can we get there with Ndidi? We can. With Hudson-Odoi, back to Guendouzi. Okay. Well, none of those passes went where they were supposed to. But we'll get the win. We'll get the win. Nottingham Forest 4, Manchester United 1. Oh, I can't enjoy the good times because the bad times outweigh them so much more. If this was level, for every good time that's here, there's a bad time that's down here. And it just offsets it. And I find myself not really able to fully enjoy these because these make me feel like shit. FA Cup 5th round coming up with the first game of the day in the next episode. We've got Stade Rennais coming up in the Europa League as well. I want to win something this season. I'd love to win multiple this season, but I want to win something at the very least. Accrington Stanley and Mansfield Town still delighted at this stage, they will be, to be in the round of 16 of the FA Cup, and one of them will make a quarter-final. League One Portsmouth also with the opportunity to make it to an FA Cup quarter-final. The rest are all Championship or Premier League sides, but fair play to Aki Stanley and Mansfield Town to make it as far as round 5 when they will have come into the competition in round 1 is very, very good indeed. Who did they get through against? Let's have a look, shall we? God, Wolves battered. Accrington Stanley through after a replay against Blackburn. And Portsmouth beat Shrewsbury 3-2. And Mansfield through after a replay against Newcastle as well. 3-1 win at St James's Park for Mansfield. And Aki Stanley with a 2-1 win at home against Blackburn in the replay. Fair play to them both. Really genuinely well fucking done, lads. That's brilliant. Right. As things stand in the Premier League, we are 7 points off top again. Spurs lost. The gap closes. And faith, hope, teeny tiny little glimmer of it rekindled. But as Ted Lasso will tell you, it's the hope that kills you. We hope not to be murdered. 11 games to go in the league. Still in with a shout of European and domestic cup glory too. 3 competitions there to be won this season. Join me tomorrow to try and advance in 2 of them. I'll see you next time.